Yeah, what's up guys? It's me, Hitmonmaster, back at you today with another Apex Legends video. And today I want to discuss inventory management in this game. Now, I put a lot of time, I put a lot of hours into playing Apex Legends over, like, since the game's release. I'm definitely a week one player, and I realize that a lot of people probably aren't managing their inventory probably as effectively as possible. Now, keep in mind this is all going to be from my personal, how I manage my inventory, which, not saying it's the definitive way to do it. If you want to hold 14 thermites, sure, go ahead, fill your bag with thermites. It's not that big of a deal. Like, it's however you want to play the game. I play a lot more of a guerrilla warfare kind of gameplay, so I use a lot of snipers, I back up, I carry a lot of healables, especially shield healables on me. So for starters, let's say I don't have a level 1 bag and I'm playing my main Loba here.
Throwing jump drive.
And if I don't even have a level 1 bag, I'm probably just going to prioritize ammo. So if I have, say, a longbow, you're probably not going to want more than 32 shots. Like, obviously, maybe for later game you'd want more, but as early as possible, if you're trying to get your inventory managed, make sure you have probably no more than 32, honestly. You won't need more than 32, I can almost guarantee it. Now, if you have something like a Spitfire, you really want as much as you can possibly get. I would say no more than 300, unless you have like either a gold or a purple bag to start with, because right now this is what my inventory looks like with just ammo. I have 4 stacks of heavy, 2 stacks of sniper ammo, and you're definitely going to want a healable. So in this situation, with me still not having a backpack, I would definitely want to prioritize shield batteries and probably syringes more than medkits, in my opinion, just because syringes are better for if you get caught outside the ring, in my honest opinion. Medkits are good for if you know you're going to have the time to get off that entire 8-second use thing. But if you really want the bang for your buck, definitely go for a Phoenix kit, but I really recommend shield batteries and syringes if you have to choose the healables you're carrying. But if you're trying to get more of a variety of healables, say you want every type of healable, that all fits perfectly in the bag with this kind of setup. Now you notice there's no room for grenades in this. Well, naturally, like I said, without having a bag, you don't really have much of a choice. But with a level 1 bag, I still probably wouldn't recommend having grenades in it, if I'm being honest with you. I would say definitely make sure you grab yourself an extra Phoenix kit and, you know, fill up it with as many healables as you possibly can. Now, I know the game's RNG and you're trying to, like, fight that constantly, but I really don't think you should have grenades until you have at least a level 2 bag, or not many at least. Like, maybe have 1 arc star because you got that 1 free space in there with this kind of setup, but it'll make more sense as I continue on. So now that I have the level 1 bag, oh look, I found a level 2 backpack. So now you have 2 more free slots. I really recommend doubling down and having extra, like, I recommend having at least 2 stacks of shield cells and syringes. You kind of want a free bag space as well, like as much as possible, in case you want to pick up an ultimate accelerant. Some characters don't need it, like Mirage and Octane, who get their ultimates back in 60 seconds, which is absurd. But ultimate accelerants are a pretty necessary part of the game, in my honest opinion. A lot less so now, because they have the ultimate charge towers since Season 5 started all over the map, where it just charges your entire team's ultimate up all the way as long as they're in the ring. But I recommend trying to keep a free bag space for that if you need it, but you can always just switch out an item and pick it up and then use it real fast. But by the time you get a level 2 bag, 2 slots for grenades. Almost always. Like, that's mostly what you're going to want to be doing. Like, definitely prioritize shield cells over any other small heal, by the way. I'm trying to keep this on track. I'm sorry, I'm going off script here a little bit, as if I have a script. But yeah, now that was the level 2 bag. You want to make sure you have okay, so start with 2 stacks of shield cells, and then after that you're going to want to probably be moving more towards 2 stacks of syringes, like say if you have a gold or a purple bag. So this is going to be your last stage of bag, obviously. I still really only recommend having about 2 grenades on you. So now I'm getting the okay. At this point, I'm probably starting to fill up more on ammo as much as I can, because you're probably getting towards the final fight. Your guns have bigger mags that they can blow through their ammo with. Like, this is the amount of ammo that I have for a single shot and an automatic. Like, which is pretty much what you're going to want to be doing, but if you have 2 automatics, I highly recommend trying to get rapid fire weapons of the same ammo type, because this way I can consolidate that into 1 extra stack of ammo, and now I have 1 free bag space when my backpack was full. So like, if you want to run double automatics, it's smart to have them of the same ammo type, but if not, I'd say give the one with the higher rate of fire, or whatever you're going to use as your primary, 1 extra stack of ammo. Like, say, if I want to have this R301 as a secondary, but I'm going to have the Spitfire as the primary. Right now, I have 6 stacks of heavy in here, so it can't really split that up that well, you know. But now, I'd say 2 stacks of light would probably be pretty solid for it. And you're probably gonna... Okay, so like I mentioned with something like a Spitfire, where you're just gonna want to keep shooting, you're gonna want to keep at least 300 ammo of that type. So, 5 and 2, that's pretty solid. It gives you enough fire and power with your secondary to kind of keep shooting a little bit, while having your... while having your primaries still being able to, you know, keep firing. That's the main thing. Now, if you are doing, say, something along the lines of, let's just go Sentinel and, I don't know. Let's go Sentinel P2020, because the Hammer Points P2020 and the Sentinel have really good synergy. I would highly recommend 2 stacks of light for the P2020. Like, any kind of single shot, well, semi-automatic weapon rather, not single shot. Any semi-automatic weapon, you probably don't need more than 2 stacks for, in my humble opinion. And it's a similar situation for the sniper. You probably only want 2 stacks. Now, if you notice, that gives us 3 free bag spaces. Now, honestly, for most characters, at this point, you're going to want to have a bunch of grenades. Because grenades are powerful. You can just lob them and basically win a gunfight for free. You can wipe a squad with grenades pretty easily. As you can see by everything I just did there. So you can have 5 grenades, but if you're playing a character like, say, Lifeline or Gibby, Lifeline or Gibraltar right here, or even Mirage, honestly. I'm starting to put Mirage in kind of a support category, even though he's supposed to be an offensive character, but he can back up and heal a lot easier than most other legends. But if you're using a character like Lifeline, you're probably just gonna want to have 2 stacks of each big heal, and you're really gonna want to start getting into like 3 stacks each of the small heals. Now I know that sounds like a bit excessive, but this kind of heal hoarding playstyle, I guess, has saved me and my teammates more than once. like, it's really helpful when you get to the end game and you realize that, oh, you guys haven't been watching the amount of healables you have. So it comes in a lot more handy than you'd think. Like, you at this point you could even drop the Phoenix kit and still get like a grenade or something, because you're only gonna ever really need one Phoenix kit, if anything. So then you still have kind of that suppressive, like, playstyle and whatnot. But this kind of setup does change if you have a gold shield. If you have a gold shield, you can just get rid of one stack of the big heals, because these small heals are now incredibly effective. Like, I mean, you don't even really need to add more, because 12 of each type of small heal is pretty effective for later game stuff. So if you have a gold shield, especially as lifeline, you can definitely just pop a couple more grenades in there and then boom, you're ready to get into a fight. Now again, this situation changes entirely if you have an Evo shield. If the Evo shield is red, shield cells, basically useless. Like, obviously not completely, but they're not nearly as effective as, you know, just popping a shield bat. So you probably don't want more than one stack of shield cells if you have an Evo shield, especially when playing Lifeline. Because Lifeline heals faster, so if she has an Evo shield, you get 5 shields back in the 4 seconds it takes to use... 5 seconds, sorry, it takes to use a shield battery. I really think that Lifeline is the best candidate for an Evo shield, by the way. I know this is an inventory management thing, but Lifeline's definitely the best candidate for an Evo shield and a gold shield now. Anyway, I think that is basically it. It is important to remember you're gonna want to share your items with your teammates. Like, oh, I need health, and you're sitting over here with 12 syringes and a med kit. Definitely drop it for your teammate. It's a team game. I don't care how much of a monster you think you are. Help your teammates. It really is like that. Oh, and as mentioned earlier, when I was saying you should probably keep an open slot for the ultimate accelerant, it completely slipped my mind. You should also try to keep an open slot for, if you're planning on using a certain gun, and say you don't have that gun right now. Like right now I have a Sentinel in P2020, but oh, I want to pick up a Spitfire later. Let me make sure I have a slot space open so I can carry around the attachment for it. I know a lot of people will tell you that carrying around attachments is a waste of space and everything, but if you come across the purple heavy mag and you want to use a Spitfire, or honestly, if you see a purple heavy mag, you should just keep it, like 100% of the time, because that is now an item that your opponents can't use, and that's an item that you can use later, or your team can use later, you know? I think that just about wraps it up for this video. Like, again, this is just my personal preference on about how much of each item I want to carry. I'm gonna apologize for the mic quality and the unprofessionalness of this video. It's just, I wanted to get this one out super quick, and I didn't really have, I didn't really get my set up properly right now, so I just wanted to get this out, this little quick little video on inventory management and whatnot. Now I'm just stuttering, trying to explain myself. You guys don't care. You guys came here to watch me explain my inventory stuff. But yeah, if this video helped you out in any way, please consider leaving a like and possibly subscribing if you want to see anything more like this, but hopefully better quality coming up soon. If you want to see anything more like this at all in the future, just go ahead and leave a like, hit the subscribe button. It helps me out so much, just so much. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Peace out.